Hello my beloved ski hoppers. It's 5:15 on a Tuesday, and do you know where your myofascial ball is? Well, actually, that's not entirely true. If you look at the clock behind you, it kind of gives it away. It's 12 something in the afternoon, but it's coming close when you're going to receive this to that time that it would be time to hit that myofascial ball. And we're here at the summer, and we know this is when you're going to let things go. We're going to maybe get into some bad habits, and we're getting out of the routine of that awesome ski half class that we've got going on. So I have a little treat for you. This summer, you are going to receive random little videos, little bite-sized chunks of things to keep you on track. And it's all going to be for the low, low price of free. So what I want you to do is use the videos, comment on them, give me feedback, let me know what works, what doesn't work, what you like, what you don't like. It's all fair game. And for now, we don't have any fancy web page with the comment section below, so you're just going to have to write to me in an email form. Not to worry, if you don't want to receive these videos anymore, that's fine too. Again, there's no fancy unsubscribe button, but you can go ahead and just send me an email saying thanks, but no thanks. So, for those of you who really want to just participate in this and get what you can out of it, it's meant to be fun, and all I ask is that you just please, for now, no sharing these videos. And the reason for that is this. Right now, I'm still working on the legality of liability, and I'm not sure exactly what I need to have on these videos. So even if you think your best friend or your aunt or uncle or mom or dad might benefit from these videos, I'm going to say, whoa horsey, not just yet. Once we figure out that piece, you'll be free to share. But for now, these videos are just intended for you guys, the dedicated ski hoppers that have been coming over the last few years, and I just want you to enjoy and have some fun. So we're going to do a very short routine today of the myofascial ball release. Hopefully most of you have these at home, and remember, if you don't, you can get them up at the Kootenai Pilates Center, and I will bring some in here for you to pick up if you need be. Okay, so go ahead and grab your ball. Let's get started. So you're on your myofascial ball, it's right in the center of your sacrum, and I just want you to take a moment and settle in from your day into your body with 3 deep breaths. And I'm going to have you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And 2 more, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And 1 more, inhale and exhale. We're going to move over to the right edge of the sacrum, so leaning our knees over to the right. And we're just drawing a line from the top to the bottom of that sacrum. So we're on that sacral border, that area where your gluteus maximus muscle attaches. And you're just allowing yourself to sort of sink and melt into the ball as you stimulate the bone from the top end to the bottom end. Just be sure to focus on your breathing so that you remember to inhale in one direction or exhale in the other. Or remember that if you want, you can just hover and hold in one spot, and you can levitate on the inhale off of the ball, and exhale and allow yourself to sink and melt in. So we're starting to come a little bit more to 45 degrees now, onto the side of the sacrum. So we're off the edge of the sacrum, more into that fleshy, meaty part in the gluteal zone. Here you might want to do almost like a figure 8 motion with the ball, or just do some long, slow holds. And remember, just to really take that time, not just gloss over the superficial aspects of the tissue, but really allowing the ball to sort of sink and melt. You can also move your leg bone in the socket. This will change how you experience different fibers of muscles. You might change the way how you feel the contact with the ball into the tissue. We're going to move on to the side now. So hitting up the side waist here, your gluteus medius and your gluteus minimus muscles, and the fascia. So we're moving, from the top of the pelvis, the pelvic crest, towards the outside bone here. So we're right onto your side, and we're just moving from top to bottom. You might want to actually spend some time at the top edge of your pelvic crest and just allow yourself to pause and to breathe. Inhale and exhale. But just start to pay attention to little things like your alignment, like where are your ribs, where's your head, your neck. It's okay to be loose and free with your body parts here, but if you have a particular load in your neck from always looking down, then just to become mindful of that, just gently bring yourself into the best alignment possible. Again, you might choose to stay and hold and pause and take a breath. And out. We're going to move to the front, so we're hitting up the front of the pelvis, so this bone here called the ASIS, and we're going to take that ball and do those small eraser actions right at the top of the pelvis. So turning more onto your front side, knee is out to the side. We're just stimulating that bone to get started. You could even do some circles, or just some gentle back and forth. We're going to move just off of that, so coming a little lower down the pelvis, from the pelvis. So we're into the top of the quadricep attachments here, on the front anterior aspect of your thigh. And a little bit to the outside, so hitting up that tensor fasciae lata area, which for so many of us can become so tight. So we're just really focusing on small segments here. Maintaining your connection to your breathing. So just be careful that you haven't started to hold your breath in any way. You might choose to pause, taking a breath in and out. In and out. Starting to make your way down the front of the thigh. So in the quadricep zone here, we're going a little more anterior. You can always place a pillow under here if you feel like you need more support, that's fine. And if you need something softer under this knee here, go ahead and put a blanket on the floor for yourself. So we're working the front aspect of the thigh. You're welcome here, of course, to bend your knee if you have the flexibility, but be careful if you do go into a knee bend that you don't go into a back arch. So you want to maintain length in your spine. So I'm just moving down the front of the quadricep here in small sections. And I'm really encouraging myself to hit both the outside of the thigh and a little bit more the front of the thigh. And you can even get a little bit onto the inside by just changing the direction of your leg bone in the socket. So you can change how the leg is oriented, and that will help you feel different sets of fibers. So we're moving down a little further towards just above the knee. And then we're going to bring ourselves off of that, and we're going to take ourselves over to the other side. So coming coming back onto the ball. I'm going to actually turn around and face the other way. So starting on that sacrum, and now we're letting the knees roll towards that same side. And we're just moving from the bottom of the sacrum to the top of the sacrum. You can change your leg position. You might choose to have a straight leg or a bent knee, or you might allow the leg bone to open outward or inward. And you can do some small circles in this area too. It doesn't just have to always be a top to bottom motion. It's okay to be a little more creative and follow the feeling of your fascia and how you feel like it wants to respond to the contact of the ball. I don't believe really there's a right or a wrong way to do this, but we're being mindful that it's not creating pain of an intensity or discomfort above a level of 6 out of 10, that you're really truly able to maintain a full and comfortable breathing pattern. If you're restricting your breath, it's probably just too much for you. We're going to have you come fully down onto your side. So we're hitting at more the side glute muscles here. And I'm going to take the time to really come up towards the top of that pelvic crest, and I might even place my leg on the floor, just relax my shoulders, and just allow myself to breathe into that space in the ball. And then I'm going to just move into another zone, maybe right that area right behind the bone of your femur that sort of sticks out on the side, so that trochanter bone. There's many muscles attaching to the back of the trochanter there. So this can be a really hot spot or sweet spot to release. We're going to move a little bit more front side now, so we're hitting up the anterior aspect and getting into that ASIS bone on the front of your pelvis. We're moving from that, sort of from the area of that greater trochanter, the side of your femur, towards your pelvis. Remember, if at any time you're like, this has just become intense or it's too much, take yourself off of your ball, just lie there and allow yourself to breathe, relax, and let it go. Shouldn't be creating any numbness or any sharp shooting sensations in the body. And so now we're going to move a little bit further down. So moving down your mat, probably because you've probably scooted a little bit forward. We'll get back onto the ball. And so we're working in the quadricep area here, front of the thigh. And again, just small segments of about 3 or 4 inches at a time. Remember, you can really stop, pause, you might lie all the way down. You're just really allowing yourself to sort of sink and melt onto the ball. And even there, you can just do some small motions side to side. Moving down another segment. So small little bits at a time. If you feel like your arms need a rest or a break, it's okay to relax and stop for a moment and come back to it. And sometimes it's really nice just to do a kind of rotational release here, where you're just rolling between the mid-belly and the outer belly of that quadricep. Or you might try to figure this idea that I'm moving in between the two heads of the muscles, right in that sort of divot or septum, and just allowing the ball to sink and to melt into there, to some of the deeper fibers that you can actually touch or release with the ball. And so we're going to make our way all the way to just above that kneecap. Remembering that it's okay to bend the knee if you have that flexibility. Turning your leg bone in the socket also will change how you feel this. We're just going to finish off there and then bring ourselves back up to sitting. So we released the gluteal complex and the front of the thigh. We haven't gotten into the hamstrings for today, but that's a really great start. So even if all you do is use the ball for about, probably that took 10 minutes to get that done, you're going to do that for the week as often as you can, and you can come back to this video anytime this summer, just as a reminder to take good care of your body. So thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and send me some comments if you want to, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd love to see on video, be it exercises or releases. I'd love to know more. Can you hear my voice? Is it clear? Anything like that, go ahead and feel free to share it. And I just look forward to sending you more stuff for the summer. So in the interim, go and have a great day, and we will see you again soon.